What is going on, guys? Pro Designs here, and today's show I'm going to show you how to create some nice, really realistic, professional looking text for your cinematics within Cinema 4D. First of all, you want to go ahead and click in the description, click on this tutorial, download the Mstudio render settings, get them up on your desktop, and then open up Cinema 4D. Right, this is what we're going to be creating, some nice text with some nice reflections and shadows. Let's get right into it. So you guys will open up the Mstudio file. Let's just delete the studio box, we don't need that, and the support objects, we don't need that. Right, okay, let's make some text. So let's go MoGraph text like that. Just gonna type in, I don't know, pro, something like that. That would do. And let's put the caps up to 50. And let's go select a font, that will do. Try choose like a nice rounded font. You don't want something too square, too rigid. Otherwise it won't look very natural. Let's highlight that, press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, so you're duplicating the text. Let's, on the top one, let's go caps, fillet caps on the front and rear, and let's put that down to 2. Let's move the text back a little bit like that, and let's drag this blue texture onto there and this glossy white. These textures come with the Mstudio pack, or you guys can use your own textures or create your own textures, whatever you want. And if we render that, to see what it looks like quickly. Yeah, that's the colours we want. Let's go in our settings now. Let's just click the extreme. You can change the width and height. Obviously, if you've motion tracked the cinematic and you want to motion track this text to it, you can. Obviously, you want to put an AVI or QuickTime movie. We've got still image, so let's just use JPEG. There, let's leave these as they are. These will come on automatically when you open up the Mstudio file. Choose where you want to save it. Obviously, you want to save it. Now let's open up. Let's do the letters first. So you want to highlight them both. Go to Object and then Group Objects. Open that up. Highlight both the texts and press C on your keyboard. It will make each letter editable. Let's do that, and then let's highlight P, and you just want to move these about like so, like that, like that, like that, and just move them about basically. You guys spend some time on it. I'm just going to roughly do it like that. I mean, the more time you spend on it, the better it will look. As with everything in the editing world. We can minimize that now. Like I said, spend some time on it, make it look good. Now let's add our background in. So let's double click down here, create a texture, untick that, go to texture, load image, this one, no, and open up the floor, delete that floor, delete the texture on this floor, drag the image we just brought in onto your background. Let's create a plane, drag that out, we're actually going to move it up a little bit. This is just touching the text. Now let's drag this plane underneath our background. So it's like this, just click and drag. Now hit Control on your keyboard, hit the texture here, and drag it onto your plane. So basically it copies the image onto your plane, and let's right click, go to Cinema 4D tags, compositing background, and untick self shadowing. So now when you render it out, it should be the background, the plane, sorry, should be transparent, or whatever you want to call it, through to the background. So it is. Let's add a light now. Let's just move that over here, over here, over here, like so. So it's nice and bright now. So let's go on to the light and go shadow matte soft, and maybe put that to, I don't know, 80% or 85%, whatever looks best. Now let's render this out. While it's rendering out, it's going to take the time that I am planning the tutorial requests by you guys for next week, because every Sunday I plan the week ahead. So this Sunday I'll be planning the tutorial requests that you guys have requested this week for next week's videos. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pause the video and just move the lights about and move the letters about, make it look good. This is something that I can't really show you guys exactly what to do, because each of your letters are going to be positioned differently in a different cinematic, and the lighting's going to be different. So it's something you guys are going to have to really just sit down and spend some time on it. I mean, this should take you at least 20 minutes to half an hour at least of just fiddling around, getting the lighting good, fiddling around with the position of the text, position of the camera, and yeah, so I'm going to pause the video and come back when I've changed it all. As you can see, I've fiddled around with the light, moved the text about, made it more realistic. Say we've got a lip here on the cinematic, you wouldn't want the text sort of like on that lip. I had to move it so it's off the lip, if that makes sense. Yeah, just all the small little details like that. You need to spend some time, assess your cinematic, assess the lighting, where is the sun, where is there a light on, put a light there, really just spend some time assessing your cinematic, getting to grips with what you've got to work with, and just make the scenery 4D. So like I said, if you've got a light on in your cinematic, you want to put a light on the light, or if you've got the sun, you want to position a light towards the sun so you get the shadows coming in the right direction and looking really realistic. So that's it for today's tutorial. If this tutorial has helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys want any more tutorials like this, please comment down below, or any tutorial suggestions. I've got, like I said, I've got some tutorials that were requested by a few subscribers for next week's videos. I'll be planning them on Sunday, getting them out next week for you guys. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching, guys, and please follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.